What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Mono White Goat Devotion. Hope you're excited to go out to the farm today, breathe that fresh air. As far as opening hand goes, we have double plains, double path, and Aether Vial, but we don't have a lot of creatures. Yeah, I guess we'll keep. I'm not wild about this hand. We're on the draw, so yeah, we're going to keep if we're on the draw. But yes, welcome to some Mono White Goat Devotion. We do have a little bit of removal in our hand, double pass onto the Pure and Aether Vial, so we're kind of set up for a nice little Goat Devotion deck. But at this point right now, hopefully we'll kind of draw in a few more creatures to get that game plan going. All right, opponent's going for the promo version of Goblin Guide. Love the art, looks pretty good. Yeah, I like the traditional Goblin Guide. I do enjoy it. You know, it's a classic style art, but I do like I like it when goblins have this particular look. They kind of like kind of have that magic feel to it. I don't know how you want to describe it. Let's go and get the Aether Vial down, and then anything else. No, we're going to pass the turn. All right, so if Goblin Guide's going to keep swinging, that's fine. We have double path to kind of stop this from coming in. Our opponent did search up Arid Mesa, and then they did get down to Wooded Foothill, so we might be looking at Naya Zoo, or potentially Naya, what is it, man, I played the deck. It's like the Naya Enter the Battlefield, where you just get a ton of, Revolt Zoo, there we go, Revolt Zoo. Might be Naya Zoo, or just simply just Naya Beat Sticks, or Red White Beat Sticks, since our opponent searched up another Sacred Foundry. So, they have a whole nice little assortment of creatures out there, double Goblin Guides, and, yeah, we got, hey, doesn't really matter, we got two different Goblin Guides, let's have some fun. Draw into another plains, and then there's something else. What was the reveal off that one? Blade Splicer. Okay, I like that. That'll be first strike. Kind of stop that from swinging across. They're at 3 cards in hand. We have Double Path and Blade Splicer to get down, so we should be able to kind of stop this from going. Yeah, we're going to take it up to 1. Sounds good. Let's go to get the plains down. We'll have 8 cards in hand. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. So we're going to wait until our opponent does some stuff. We're just going to chunk one of our plains. And we will hold on to Ghost Quarter, because when you're playing against these aggressive style decks, they're running really, really light on fetchable sources. And so if you can start Ghost Quartering some of their, maybe they only have 1 stomping ground or a couple stomping grounds in here. If you can go for the Ghost Quarter on one of their lands, it's really kind of put some quick pressure on your opponent. Okay, swinging with the Goblin Guides. Let's go and get those triggers on the stack first to see if there's anything we want to kind of sequence with the Goblin Guide triggers. So see what the reveal is. Let's go and get those crossed off so we can see what's going on. There we go. Okay, opponent's tapping out for 2. Let's see what they've got. Maybe Boros Charm. Give target creature double strike on top of the haste, or 4 damage up top. Could be something of that nature. We'll see exactly what they're tapping. Yeah, Boros Charm. Okay, 4 damage target player, and that's going to get the Prowess and the Prowess. 2-3 and a 2-3. 4 damage to us. And that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 actually coming across. So then the top card is a Plains, and the other one is another Plains. So let's go and cross those off. So at this point right now, they have 1 card in hand. We can go double path. We're online for Blade Splicer next turn. Yeah, I think at this point, we're just going to go path on Monastery. The reason for that is I like getting rid of Monastery, because at worst, Goblin Guide is just going to be a 2-2. You know, it's just going to be a 2-2. We don't really have to worry about any sort of pump effects. When you leave the Monastery Swiftspear on the battlefield, there just gets to some certain scenarios to where they just have some really goofy triggers to where they can just really push path through and kind of kill one of your creatures. So I'm okay with this interaction. They've only got 1 card in hand. Swinging in for 4, which will put us down to 5, and then we do have Blade Splicer to get down, which will kind of stop the bleeding just a little bit. All right, we're going to use Aether Vial's ability. Drawn to Aven Mind Sensor. Let's go and get the plains down. Let's go for Blade Splicer. And the good thing about Blade Splicer is we're going to have that first strike damage off the Golem token. But if they do go for Lightning Bolt on Blade Splicer, now if they had Lightning Bolt in the hand and they didn't go for Golem, I don't know why. But let's say they do, still having it 3-3 on the battlefield. They're going 3 up top, okay. And maybe they have another burn. We'll see. That may be it. Skull Crack for 3, yeah, that's going to get it done. Alright, so let's send this one over to game 2. See what we want to bring in. We did get hit pretty hard with double Goblin Guides and double Monastery Swiftspears, and we did kind of keep a little bit of a weak opening hand, but hey, that is magic sometimes. So let's see if we can't get out from underneath this. Do we want to bring in Thalia? That'll kind of complicate their game plan. Yeah, let's bring in 2 Thalias. I hate it when it does that. I want y'all to be able to see, you all, what we're sideboarding. There we go. I don't know why that's so hard for Magic Online to do that. There we go. All right, so we're bringing in 2 Thalias. Just to chant Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, the Crusader, Protection from Black and Green, which you don't really see a lot of green from our opponent. Prison Term, I feel, is a little slow. Let's go and bring in 1 Mana Tithe. I kind of like that. And as far as the back end, we need to kind of just tighten down the converted mana cost just a little bit. Let's go and back off a Restoration Angel, and let's go down on 1 Springjack Shepherd. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so bringing in Thalia and Mana Tithe. Let's go and sort by converted mana cost. Yes, actually, we need to cut 1 more card off that. Let's go and back off the. Let's back off 1 Arbiter. There we go. And then let's go and ship this one over to Game 2. Okay, welcome back to Game 2. Let's see what our opening hand is. So we have Liege, Aether Vial. Man, our quickest plays are going to be 3 and 4. Yeah, let's go and mulligan on this. I'm not wild about this opening. Ooh. Let's go and mulligan past this one. Yeah, I guess we'll keep. Ghost Quarter, yes, we'll put that on top. Second land, we will take it. All right, let's go and get the planes down. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. Get the graveyard popped up. But yeah, definitely one of your harder matchups for this deck is definitely going to be aggro, and especially a tiered aggro deck like red-white aggro or anything with Goblin Guides and Monastery Swiftspear is all going to be a little hard for the deck. But did you get that Ghost Quarter though? Let's go and get the Ghost Quarter down. Let's go for the Wall of Omens. It's going to give us a little bit of card advantage, and we can stop that Goblin Guide from swinging across, so that'll kind of buy us a little bit more time. Anything else? No, we're going to go past the turn. All right. And that's the one thing about these. If you can survive these red-white aggro decks or red Naya decks, whatever it is, we didn't really see green, so it may just be straight red-white aggro. If you can just kind of stabilize at about 8 or 9 life, just really stop that onslaught of creatures coming in, you do have a fighting chance. And once you kind of get below the barrier of about 8 life, 6, 7, excuse me, that's when it gets really sketchy to where you're just going to lose to some sort of them finally drawing a lightning bolt and then casting a burn spell they've had in their hand or something like that. All right, swinging in for 2 and 1/2. Let's get the Goblin Guide trigger going. Pad to exile on top. Yeah, actually, don't mind that. We'll go and chump block on the Monastery Swiftspear. Actually, no, we'll go and chump block on Goblin Guide. If they have something they want to show for it, go for it. Either way, it's going to be 1 damage to the Wall of Omens, and if they have lightning bolt like that, then hey, it is what it is. Either way, we die. So at least that was a given off the 2. All right, take care of that. And we have Path to Exile on top of our library. Let's go ahead and get the Aether Vial down. And then we still have Path up. Yeah, we're just going to kick out over our opponent. So they do have 4 cards in the hand. We have double Path, so we're able to stop those creatures from swinging in. More than likely, we're going to go ahead and target the Monastery Swiftspear because we do want that Goblin Guide to start swinging in and give us some nice little lands off the top of our library. Fortunately, we did. We got a lot of Goblin Guide triggers last turn getting those lands, but we couldn't really get a lot of stuff going. So hopefully get that going. All right, Lava Spike for 3 up top. That'll give the Monastery some nice little prowess trigger, 2, 3. Put this down to 13. Let's see what we reveal off the Goblin Guide. Okay, swinging in. But yeah, if you want to see Revolt Zoo, I did it a long time ago. In fact, it was one of the first decks that I did for the channel for MTGOTraders. Really fun deck. If you want to play an aggro deck that is just tons of fun, go for it. All right, opponent's going for a Boros Charm. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. 4 damage. They get the prowess trigger for a 3/4. It's going to put us down to 9. Let's go and go Path on Monastery at this point right now. Leave Goblin Guide out there. And the Wilt Leaf on top is not exactly what we want to draw into, but hopefully we can get the Aether Vial going. At least we do have backup Path to Exile to kind of stop the Goblin Guide. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Tick it up to 1. Draw into that Wilf Liege. Anything else? Now we're going to go pass the turn. We could have gone for Honor of the Pure, but I like leaving Path up on this one. We can cast it in response to that Goblin Guide swinging in. Then if there's any sort of, them swinging in with any sort of lightning bolts, we can kind of stop it with the Goblin Guide. Okay, swinging in is going to be, what was the another Aether Vial on top. Yeah, let's go on Path. We need to keep that off the battlefield. We can't really, at this point right now, we're getting into that magical area of just Bolt, and Boros Charm Bolt. Actually, we're dead to Boros Charm Bolt at this point right now, so just kind of keeping that line of play off the battlefield is going to be good for us. There's plenty of times where your opponent they'll kind of flood out on stuff like that. Hey, you got to take it when you can. This will tick it up to 2. Drawn to another Aether Vial. Let's go and get instead of going for Aether Vial, let's go and get Honor of the Pure down. That way we can at least get down Bramaz and get some sort of game plan next turn. We'll have down Honor of the Pure. It's going to be a nice little 4/5, and then we can kind of stop that from coming across. Alright, see your opponent's going for. Be another Lava Spike for 3. And C for dead. Get down the Wooded Foot Hills. Yeah, if they had a burn spell, they might have kind of deployed it out. So, keep our fingers crossed. There's been plenty of times I've played against burn where they just draw a bunch of lands and they can never get that last one. I'm always like, oh yeah. Let's go ahead and let's go for Bramaz. I think that sounds good. Yeah, let's go for Bramaz. Get Bramaz on the battlefield. We can flash in Flicker Wisp, and the next turn we can Violin and Wiltleaf Liege and kind of get a nice little board state developed. I think that sounds pretty good. See what they're going to go for. Then if they do get a creature on the battlefield to start swinging in, we can flash in the Flicker Wisp to kind of take care of it and make sure that they don't kill us with some nice little damage. Stomping Ground, okay. Now, before we go to blockers, if you're looking at something like a Tarkus Command, do we want to grab the Stomping Ground? They're going to get exiled, come into play, maybe they pay 2. Yeah, let's go and hold on to it. We'll see. They did search up a Stomping Ground, so we may end up kind of targeting that with Ghost Quarter. But we could have gone for the Flicker Wisp. Alright, once we get past the attack step, we're going to go ahead and Violin Flicker Wisp. Actually, let's go and go for that now, because it'll be at the... Return that card under its owner at the beginning of the next end step. So yeah, we want to go ahead and just Violin Flicker Wisp right now. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Put Flicker Wisp on the battlefield. Exile the Bramaz, why not? Actually, I guess technically, I don't know why, I'm thinking Springjack Shepherd. We should have gone for the Stomping Ground to exile one of their lands because it would have gone next turn, so sorry about that. We should have gone for that. In my head, I'm thinking Springjack Shepherd, so that was kind of a misplay on that one. Okay. Take Aether Vial up. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Nice little 4, and then Sarah Avenger. Okay, so let's go ahead and... We swing in, we're going to get a nice little token on the battlefield with the Liege swinging in. And we have Sarah Avenger to cast on the back end. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and swing in. Get a cat token on the battlefield with Vigilance. See if they need sort of responses. Let's go and violently in the Wiltleaf Liege. Now at this point right now, we just need to use Springjack Shepherd. Come on, buddy. Where are you? Get on the battlefield. Alright, get down on the battlefield. Nice little additional bonus. That's going to be 13 coming across. So you can put them down to 2. And then we can go ahead and get down the Sierra Avenger. And I think at this point, let's go ahead and Ghost Quarter. We've got the... let's go and take care of the Stomping Ground. You know, if they do draw into a Tarkus Command or something like that, I like getting Stomping... Maybe they have another Stomping Ground in there, but we didn't see it game 1. So it may just be a one-of in their deck. So if we can take care of the Stomping Ground and get that off the battlefield, maybe that will just be a dead card for them. Or... in a scenario like this, we find out that that was their last searchable mountain, so, or at least basic land. So at this point right now, we have a nice little board state. They're at 2. You know, there could have been a scenario to where we could have exiled our opponent's Stomping Ground off Flicker Wisp, and maybe they paid 2, and we would have been able to close the game out. But we'll see they're going Eidolon of the Great Revels. Okay, get that on the battlefield. And let's see what they're casting. Skullcrack. Okay, I guess our opponent was just going to go out in style. I appreciate that. I love it when stuff like that happens. It always makes me smile. Alright, so we played against Burn. We did sneak out of game 2. Our opponent kind of flooded out then. They had a little bit of fun getting the Eidolon down first and going for that Skullcrack. Let's see. Anything else we want to change as far as what we bring in? And in between this game, I was playing around with the sideboard. And if you're wondering why I have a 14-card sideboard, me too. I wondered the exact same thing. I think what had happened is I accidentally, I meant to have 2 mana ties in there and I accidentally cut one on accident or something. So if you're sitting there wondering, hey Jolt, why do you have a 14-card sideboard? Is it what all the good players are doing now? No, that's not what they're doing. That's just a misplay on my part. So I don't think we really want to change anything. Let's go and submit this one over to game 3. Okay, welcome back to game 3. Yeah, this is a pretty ugly hand. Does not sound that good. So let's go and mulligan on this one. This goes nowhere really quick. Ooh, Thalia, I do like that. Path, Sarah Avenger. Yeah, we're going to keep on this one. Sarah Avenger, do we want that on top? We don't really have Aether Vial. Yeah, let's go put it on the bottom for right now. It's just going to be dead to Lightning Bolt. Let's see if they do have a turn 1 play Lava Spike. Hey, that's better than a Goblin Guide or a Monastery Swift Spear, so... maybe our opponent does have a little bit of a weaker hand if that's their turn 1 play, a Lava Spike. Let's go and get the Plains down. Ooh, an Arbiter is a really good draw. Let's go and get the Plains down and then anything else, and we're going to go pass the turn. So, next turn, what we'll probably end up going for is getting the Arbiter down. These red-white decks operate really tight on mana. They try and squeeze out every bit of mana every single turn. So if we can get the Arbiter down and go for some nice little Ghost Quarter, we can keep them off some of their fetches and kind of stop them from really getting a nice little game plan. Okay, well, actually, if we go for Thalia, Actually, I like it this way. If we go for Thalia, we can get that down. Well, either way, if they have removal, they'll be able to take care of it. Honor the Pure on top of our library. I was trying to think if we wanted to get down the Arbiter, then get down Ghost Quarter. Anticipating them maybe going for something else. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's get the planes down. Yeah, let's go for Thalia. Maybe our opponent taps out and they won't have enough mana to pay for the Arbiter, and then we'll just have a free Ghost Quarter off the Sacred Foundry. I like that. Let's go for Thalia. Worst comes to worst, it has first strike, so we're going to be able to stop Goblin Guide. So at least Thalia is going to add attacks to them by them having to target it with something like Lightning Bolt, and then we can stop Goblin Guide from swinging in. And then if they do take care of Thalia this turn, it's at least going to be 2 mana for them to go for, and then we get the Arbiter and go for Ghost Quarter on one of their lands, especially if they leave up with that Bloodstained Mire over there. All right, Lightning Bolt on Thalia. That's fine. So that kind of puts us in a nice position for the Arbiter. They're not going to have enough mana to go for that. They have to crack on the Bloodstained Mire, and that puts them in a position where they need to have at least one more land, and then we still have Path on Goblin Guide. So I kind of like this scenario. All right, we'll leave Liege on top. Not the best, but at least we can kind of stop it out. They only have 2 cards in hand, so hopefully we can kind of take advantage of this. Okay, let's get the Ghost Quarter down. Let's go ahead and... yeah, let's get the Arbiter down. Let's go for it. See if they crack in response. If they don't crack in response, we'll be okay for the Bloodstained Mire. So they're going to have to crack in response to make sure they get a... okay, they do. Now, we still have Ghost Quarter, so we'll see if they want to search up. Go for another Sacred Foundry. Okay. And then do we want to go ahead and pop the Ghost Quarter? We will be online for Sarah Vendra next turn. We will have Path to Exile if they don't have some sort of removal for the Arbiter. It's going to cut them off mana next turn, kind of put them down to 2, make them have a land. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for that. Let's think about maybe doing their upkeep, but we're going to take care of it. Yeah, get that off the battlefield. Kind of keep it at 2 lands each. We have Sarah Avenger to get on the battlefield, especially if they're using one of their pieces of removal, not on us. They go for the Arbiter. Then we get Sarah Avenger down, and then get down Honor of the Pure. And then we still have Path to kind of take care of Goblin Guide. To where if they are trying to, still kind of burn us out, we still have Path to kind of take care of that. Okay, if they do swing in with the Goblin Guide, I think at this point I'm okay with that, because we need to see if we can't hit a land off this Goblin Guide. Drawn to Aven Mind Sensor. Okay, not the best at this point right now. We're going to let it swing in for 2. Worst case scenario, we're looking at like Boros Charm for 4, puts us down to 4. A little, puts us in a kind of a close range, but I'm okay with it. Drawn to Aven Mind Sensor. Okay, let's go and swing in. Actually, we're going to go and hold off or leave up Path on Goblin Guide. That way, if they do go for a burn spell at the end of the turn, we'll have Path to get rid of Goblin Guide. Kind of stop that. It would be nice to get on Honor of the Pure, but that's going to still put the Arbiter into bolt range, which is not going to be exactly what we want to go for. Okay, opponent's going to go for Lightning Helix, 3 damage, you gain 3 life. In response, let's go and go for a nice little Path to Exile on the Goblin Guide. It just kind of puts them on, just burning us out from here. Alright, Lightning Helix, that's fine. And we still have the Arbiter up to kind of chump block. But with the GOAT deck not being that good against aggressive decks, hey, this was a win to me because we got that nice little Game 2 win. I'll take that. It's always when you're playing a deck that's not tier 1, getting your wins in when you can is always a good feeling. So hey, we're having fun though. Wish we could get a little bit more goats going for us. So drawn to Wall of Omens. Be a card draw. We're going to go for Sarah Avenger to get a clock going. We're going to swing in with the Arbiter. Let's go ahead and go Wall of Omens. And just for that, because Wall of Omens will be able to survive Bolt. Now, if they have Bolt, there's the argument of them sending it up top. But at least at this point right now, we can get out Wall of Omens, stop a Goblin Guide or something from swinging in. And I think do we want to swing with the Arbiter? Yeah. If they've got like Bolt or something, they're not going to use it on the Arbiter, so we might as well just go and swing in. If they had a creature that would have got it down last turn, like that. So we'll see what we're going to be able to survive off this one. Lightning Helix for that. Okay, you got 2 cards in hand. They got the goat fingers crossed. Is this Lightning Bolt? It is Lightning Bolt. Hey, good game. Good game. Love the Eidolon play from our opponent. That's always a lot of fun. All right, so Lightning Bolt up top will put us down to -1. But hey, played against a nice little red-white aggressive deck, and we had some fun getting that going. Unfortunately, we didn't get some nice little goats last game, but hey, we always try to go for that. So, all right, everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.